This is something that the entire family can really enjoy. And also while you're on here, you can really enjoy the view. And there's so many different ways that you can get to these sky trails and can really have a really good time this summer. The love is certainly in the air here at Mozart's, and it's actually right on the water. As beside me are these igloos, and these are actually floating igloos here at Mozart's that you, your significant other, or your entire group can actually enjoy. So how about you come on inside to see what it's all about in here.
Near UT's campus with a breakdown of all these changes. Okay, Mike, be careful now. What are these changes?
I'm careful, Brian. I'm careful. There's a lot of changes. This is actually the first time since 2013 that the Cap Metro Bike Share really increased their prices since 2013 when it started. So there's a lot of information. Doing great, Will. How can you not be great with college football right around the corner? It's kicking off now. It's the calm before the storm here at Woody's Bar in Austin, Texas. This is where we're expecting to see a lot of Buckeye and Longhorn fans here for the big game tomorrow. Now, I did catch up with one couple who is divided, and they give us some glimpse into this new rivalry between Texas and Ohio State and how it's shaking things up week 1 in college football. We are on top of State Highway 71. This is one of those bridges, and really we've been seeing this consistently no matter where you're going. A lot of the bridges, the overpasses, this is where we're seeing a lot of that accumulated ice, as a lot of the roads were starting to really melt with the sun that was out yesterday, and now with these freezing temperatures, we're starting to see that freeze over once again. We have seen some vehicles driving on by at a very slow rate, and that's exactly what you're going to want to do with these icy conditions that we're seeing, as a lot of that cold air moves under these bridges and doesn't have the ground to really heat it up like we're seeing some of the drier areas that are on the ground. Now, we're also seeing a lot of slick spots when it comes to the sidewalk. This may look like fluffy snow, but this is hard ice, so you're going to want to be extra careful as you're heading out the door, leaving your home. The APD has confirmed that this mass shooting is deadly, and they also just told us minutes ago that the suspects regarding the shooting have been detained by Austin police. Now, I want to show you behind me where the investigation is taking place. Austin police say that this started at Cajun Eats. It's the red doors there in the distance where this investigation is taking place. They say it started inside the restaurant and then continued outside in the parking lot. Right now, Austin Fire says that the fire is out. However, you can see behind me just minutes ago, firefighters just arrived to the 2nd floor. They just pulled up a hose there, possibly putting out a hot spot. We also know that there is another firefighter up there on the 3rd floor. Now, this building is completely charred. All the paneling is gone. All the bricks that were painted white and gray are now charred black. We can see debris hanging from the balcony there that once was brown wood is now black, so there is a lot of damage. And fire officials are telling me that mainly the 2nd and 3rd floor is damage from the fire, while the 1st floor is damage from water. We're about 100 yards or so away from the intersection that they're telling everyone to avoid at Azzy Morton Road and Barton Springs Road. I spoke to an officer that was over there about half hour ago. I told him where are we at when it comes to the search for the suspect. He says it is still very active, and you can certainly tell with the helicopter right above me, kind of staying in that area at this time, circling around the Zilker Park area. So yes, this is still a very active situation. This is very interesting to say the least, Brian and Yvonne. I've been listening to air traffic control radio communication to learn more about pilots learning about the notice. All we know right now is that the Federal Aviation Administration issued the advisory grounding flights for, quote, special security reasons.
Seem to be shifting there now.
Yes, Representative Veronica Escobar stated at 7:54, so just about 9 minutes ago, she stated the FAA is rightfully lifting the temporary restricted airspace. She also goes on to say that, I will again reiterate that there's no threat to El Paso or the surrounding areas. So that really goes off of what we were hearing all morning long of the FAA saying for 10 total days until next Friday that the El Paso airport and also the Santa Teresa in New Mexico, the airport there also being closed for 10 days, affecting everyone that's flying out. A lot of Southwest travelers there in El Paso going to and from, about 700,000 people that live in the El Paso area. So for 10 total days for having no airport, scary situation. We're now outside the Austin Bergstrom International Airport as we are still seeing long lines inside, but outside really within the past half hour, we've been seeing a lot of changes. Behind me you can see the lines here. That's actually 2 lines, and then we're also seeing these orange barricades that have been put up within the past half hour. Now we are still seeing long lines out here well past the drop-off, but we were actually seeing well beyond there. We were seeing long lines that were taking place where those orange barricades start. So we have been seeing progress really within the past 5 to 10 minutes, which is good news. The walkout itself cannot stop the passage of the bill. Democrats are hoping to run out the clock on the special session, which ends on August 19th. Now, under House rules, each day that passes, House Democrats who are breaking quorum will have to pay $500. And if they stay until the very end, that means that each Democrat out of their own funds will have to pay $8,500.
Yeah, we're back at it, and let's build it on back up. I'm gonna play Buddha.
In January, Dr. Jeremy George, the director of jazz studies at Houston-Tillotson University, and his students stepped onto Lincoln Center's House of Swing.
Right before we went on stage for the competition, we were in the warm-up room. I told him, I said, don't worry about the cameras, don't worry about the people out there. Right here, we're on stage, and it's time for us to enjoy the music. Now, was there pressure? Yes.
For lead alto saxophonist Sonny Himangello, stepping onto that stage was a full circle moment.
I've been watching the Jazz at Lincoln Center perform on this stage since I was like 11 or 12 years old, and I'm about to be performing here. It's a different feeling.
When the results came, Houston-Tillotson was named 3rd overall, the only HBCU in the top 3, and the only all-undergraduate band to place.
To be the smallest HBCU and the only HBCU to make it to the top 3, to get that kind of recognition was really, really powerful for us.
Dr. George says beyond the trophy,
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon.
the moment carries deeper significance.
Jazz music is Black American music. To be able to be a HBCU playing Black American music on such a prestigious stage is such an honor.
1, 2,
And back in East Austin, it's already on to the next.
The title it's fun, but it's not one thing that we kind of like keep our mind on or, hang our hats on all the time, because it's back to the grind. Because we want them to be the best musicians that they can be. We want them to be the best people that they can be.
Are we on air?
Man, primary search entering the building.
This is a search and rescue drill. With their mask blacked out, simulating zero visibility. In a real fire,
And you can't see anything?
this is what it's like. Dark, loud,
Primary search entering the building!
and dependent on teamwork.
So all you have is communicating to let your partners know where you're at.
The goal, find the victim and get out safely. The students rely on communication to move through the room. The Fire Academy and EMT program at Hendrickson High School is part of the ISD's Career and Technical Education program, allowing juniors and seniors to earn their basic fire suppression and EMT certifications before graduation.
They pass all of those, then go start applying for jobs as soon as they're 18. It's a good deal.
Captain Michael Ray, who is a retired firefighter, teaches his students fire science, hazmat, and emergency medicine.
Every day we go through our air packs. And
Students also have full access to firefighting gear and train just like professionals.
This is not our classroom, this is our station.
Captain Ray spent decades in the fire service.
They wipe down these tables. They take out the trash, they sweep this room.
Now he's bringing real-world experience straight to the classroom.
We take care of our station, which mimics station duties for on-duty firefighters.
On weekends, students train at Pflugerville Fire Department's facility, putting out fires, performing rescues, and learning side by side with professional firefighters.
And it's like really inspiring knowing that how involved they are in saving lives and we're going to low floor! All the stressful situations that they have to go through and all the preparations they have to take to be on the job.
We're on our way!
And for students unsure of their future still, the Fire Academy offers something just as valuable. Confidence.
If college doesn't work for me, I have that. But if college does work for me, that doesn't mean this program was for nothing. I still learned a lot. I still challenged myself.
Good, take your mask off.
And especially that EMT certification, I take that with me across the entire country. And I can work while I study.
Good job. Thank you, sir.